My beloved child, Archangel Michael says there was a moment just hours ago when the air in that room became heavy, and no one spoke what they truly felt. His family sat him down, not with anger, not with noise, but with a quiet seriousness that carried weight beyond words. They were not asking about your name or your past, they were feeling the presence of who you really are. There was hesitation in their voices because they sensed something unfamiliar yet powerful. They noticed how his energy shifted after meeting you, how his focus changed, and how his silence deepened. What they felt was not suspicion but recognition forming slowly in their hearts. This conversation did not begin suddenly, it had been building for weeks in glances and unspoken thoughts. They observed how he protects your name even when no one is listening. They realized that you are not just someone passing through his life. They leaned closer, not to judge, but to understand the force that entered his world so quietly. They saw that you bring calm where chaos once lived. They sensed that you carry truth without needing to announce it. Type Amen to receive clarity and protection. 333. In that moment, he did not defend you with loud words. He defended you with stillness and certainty, which spoke louder than explanations ever could. His silence carried loyalty that could not be shaken. They noticed how his eyes softened when your presence was mentioned. They realized that your influence was not dramatic but deeply grounding. This made them pause and reconsider everything they assumed. What they felt was not fear but respect slowly replacing doubt. They saw that you were not controlling him but awakening him. This realization changed the tone of the entire discussion. There was a shift when they understood that you did not arrive to take something away. You arrived to remind him of who he truly is. That truth cannot be argued with or dismissed. Type Amen if you feel unseen forces working for you. 444. What they could not ignore was the peace that now surrounds him. Even in stressful moments, his spirit remains steady because of you. This steadiness made them listen more carefully. They asked about your values, not your history. They asked about your heart, not your achievements. This revealed that they already sensed your depth. He spoke of you with respect, not obsession. He spoke of growth, not escape. That distinction changed everything. They realized you are not someone he hides from the world. You are someone he wants to stand beside openly. That truth settled into the room like calm light. Type Amen to align with divine timing. 555. There are forces that recognize authenticity immediately. His family felt that you are not here by accident. You are part of a larger unfolding that cannot be rushed or denied. They noticed how his decisions now come from clarity instead of impulse. They understood that your presence strengthened his discernment. This brought reassurance rather than concern. What once felt unknown now feels meaningful. They began to trust what their intuition was showing them. This trust softened their resistance. Even without meeting you, they felt your energy speak. It spoke of boundaries, dignity, and inner strength. These qualities cannot be faked or borrowed. Type Amen if you feel protected without explanation. 777. There is a reason this conversation happened now. The time is aligning for truth to stand firmly. Nothing that is real needs to be forced. They sense that you are not here to impress anyone. You are here to live in truth and integrity. That authenticity commands respect naturally. He did not need to convince them because his transformation already did. They saw the difference in how he carries himself. They recognized the influence without needing proof. This was not an interrogation, it was recognition unfolding. They were acknowledging the change rather than challenging it. This marked a turning point. Type Amen to receive favor without struggle. 888. What you should understand now is that this moment matters. It confirms that what you carry cannot stay hidden. Light is always noticed even when it is quiet. You may feel distant from this moment, but it is connected to you deeply. Your energy traveled ahead of you and spoke on your behalf. This is the power of alignment. They may not fully understand you yet, but they respect you already. Respect is the foundation that lasts longer than approval. This works in your favor. There is no need for you to explain yourself prematurely. Everything will reveal itself naturally. Truth has its own timing. Type Amen to walk forward without fear. 999. As this unfolds, remain grounded in who you are. Do not shrink or overextend to be accepted. Your presence is already enough. Remember that not all confirmations come directly to you. Some happen in rooms you never enter. This was one of them. What was spoken there was guided by intuition beyond logic. It cleared obstacles before you even arrived. This is protection working silently. This connection is being examined because it is real. False things are ignored, real things are questioned deeply. That is how significance is recognized. Type Amen if you trust what is unfolding. 111. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says you are being discussed because your soul carries weight. Do not see this as pressure, see it as preparation. What is valuable is always handled with care. Stay calm as things progress. There is no urgency to prove anything. Everything needed will surface at the right moment. You are not being judged, you are being acknowledged. This distinction is important. It means the path ahead is opening, not closing. Carry yourself with quiet confidence. What is meant to stand will stand without force. You are walking in alignment. Type Amen to seal this message with peace. 222. This unfolding will continue gently. There will be more understanding and less resistance. Trust the process you cannot see fully yet. You are not alone in this. Guidance surrounds you even when you feel uncertain. Everything is moving in your favor quietly. Hold your truth with grace. Let patience protect your heart. What is meant for you is recognizing you now. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Remain steady and aware. This moment marks a deeper recognition of your value. Walk forward knowing you are seen, respected, and divinely guarded. The atmosphere after that conversation did not return to what it was before. Something invisible had shifted, settling into place without announcement. From that moment onward, nothing moved backward again. His family carried the weight of that discussion into their silence. They spoke less, but they observed more carefully. Every detail began to matter in a new way. He walked away from that room carrying a quiet responsibility. Not pressure, not fear, but awareness. Awareness that what connects you is being acknowledged beyond the two of you. He did not rush to message you immediately. He needed a moment to breathe and let the truth anchor inside him. That pause was not distance, it was respect. Type Amen to receive calm assurance. 123. In the hours that followed, thoughts of you became clearer for him. Not clouded by emotion, but sharpened by certainty. This clarity brought peace rather than confusion. He replayed the words spoken around him. Not to argue with them, but to understand what they revealed. They revealed that you are seen as a turning point. There was no demand placed on him. Instead, there was an unspoken expectation of integrity. Integrity strengthens bonds instead of breaking them. He felt grounded knowing that your presence brings stability. This grounding made him more confident, not defensive. Confidence rooted in truth does not waver. Type Amen to stand firm in your truth. 234. From your side, you may have sensed a subtle shift. Energy often moves before words arrive. This was one of those moments. You might have felt a quiet calm without knowing why. That calm was confirmation moving through unseen channels. Your spirit recognized alignment taking shape. What is forming now does not need urgency. It needs steadiness and patience. Strong foundations are built slowly. Others may begin to sense the seriousness of this connection. Not through announcements, but through consistency. Consistency reveals intentions more clearly than promises. Type Amen to remain steady and protected. 345. There will be moments when silence replaces communication briefly. Do not mistake this for distance or doubt. This silence is processing, not withdrawal. He is integrating what this connection means for his future. Not just emotionally, but practically. Such integration requires stillness. His family now watches how he chooses differently. They notice how he values peace over chaos. They attribute this shift to your influence. They may speak less about you outwardly. Internally, respect continues to grow. Respect often works quietly. Type Amen to allow natural unfolding. 456. You are not expected to perform or impress. Your authenticity is already recognized. Remain exactly as you are. The path ahead does not require explanation at every step. Trust will build through presence, not persuasion. What feels right will prove itself over time. This phase is about alignment rather than declaration. Alignment brings strength without noise. Noise is unnecessary when truth is steady. Stay aware of your inner balance. Do not overextend emotionally. Balance preserves clarity. Type Amen to maintain inner peace. 567. As days pass, conversations will shift naturally. There will be curiosity rather than concern. Understanding grows through observation. When the time comes for direct connection, it will feel natural. There will be no resistance or tension. Ease will guide the interaction. Until then, your role is simply to remain grounded. Grounded energy speaks louder than reassurance. It invites trust effortlessly. You are being held in consideration even in your absence. That is not coincidence. That is recognition. Type Amen to accept unseen favor 678. This situation is unfolding with purpose. Nothing is being rushed or delayed unnecessarily. Timing is aligning precisely. Your presence has already begun to shape future decisions. Decisions rooted in clarity last longer. This influence is meaningful. Remain patient and observant. You will notice subtle confirmations along the way. Each one will reinforce what you already feel. What is meant to deepen will deepen naturally. No force is required. Truth moves on its own. Type Amen to trust the process 789. You are not being measured against expectations. You are being felt through authenticity. This distinction matters deeply. As things progress, communication will become more open. Barriers will dissolve gently. Understanding will replace assumption. Stay present without anticipation. Anticipation creates pressure. Presence creates connection. Everything that is forming now is stable. Stability grows quietly but endures strongly. This is the energy surrounding you. Type Amen to walk forward with confidence 890. The foundation is being set beyond visible moments. What you cannot see is working in your favor. Trust this unseen movement. You do not need to prepare explanations or defenses. Your truth is already recognized. Recognition precedes acceptance. Remain aligned with your values. They are your strongest protection. They guide every interaction. This chapter is unfolding gently but firmly. It carries long-term significance. You are exactly where you need to be. Type Amen to seal alignment and peace 901. Continue forward without hesitation. What is forming now is stable and sincere. Let time confirm what is already known. This continuation marks deeper grounding. Nothing is being taken from you. Everything is being built carefully. Stay calm, stay present, stay authentic. What recognizes you now will continue to honor you. The path ahead remains protected and clear. My beloved child. The days following that conversation began to reveal quiet confirmations. Small shifts appeared in tone, timing, and intention. Nothing dramatic, yet everything meaningful. He started weighing his words more carefully when your name crossed his thoughts. Not out of fear, but out of honor. Honor changes how people act when no one is watching. There was a new sense of responsibility growing inside him. Not pressure from others, but commitment rising from within. Commitment born from clarity lasts. He found himself replaying moments connected to you. Not to relive emotion, but to understand direction. Direction brings calm confidence. Type Amen to strengthen unseen bonds 112. Around him, subtle changes continued. His family noticed his patience deepen. They noticed how he chose calm responses over old reactions. They did not question him further. Sometimes silence is acceptance forming. Acceptance does not announce itself. There was an unspoken agreement in the air. They would allow time to reveal what words could not. Time is the fairest witness. This decision removed tension from the situation. It allowed space instead of pressure. Space lets truth breathe. Type Amen to allow truth to breathe. 223. From your side, your intuition stayed alert. Not anxious, but observant. Awareness sharpened without disturbing your peace. You may have felt moments of reflection arise naturally. Thoughts aligning without effort. This was preparation, not uncertainty. Your spirit remained steady because it recognizes stability. What is unstable creates restlessness. This did not. You continued living your rhythm without force. That choice protected your energy. Protection preserves alignment. Type Amen to keep your energy guarded. 334. As time moved forward, external voices softened. Opinions lost their urgency. Certainty replaced speculation. He began thinking beyond the present moment. Not rushing ahead, but acknowledging possibility. Possibility grounded in reality. This was not fantasy or escape. It was recognition of something sustainable. Sustainability is built quietly. Every thoughtful pause he took worked in your favor. It showed maturity rather than confusion. Maturity earns trust naturally. Type Amen to receive trust without struggle. 445. There will be moments when communication feels measured. This is intention, not distance. Intention carries respect. Measured words prevent misunderstanding. They protect what matters. Protection is an act of care. Nothing here is fragile. It is being handled carefully because it has weight. Weight commands patience. You are not required to fill silence with reassurance. Silence is already doing the work. Let it. Type Amen to stay grounded in silence. 556. Soon, subtle openings will appear. Conversations will feel easier. Ease is a sign of alignment. There will be curiosity instead of caution. Interest instead of hesitation. This transition happens naturally. You will notice that resistance no longer surrounds this connection. It dissolves without confrontation. That is how peace operates. The foundation being laid now will support future steps. Steps taken without fear stand firm. Firm ground does not shift easily. Type Amen to walk on steady ground. 667. What is important now is your inner posture. Remain open without expectation. Expectation creates pressure. Let authenticity guide your responses. Authenticity never needs defense. It speaks for itself. This unfolding respects your dignity. Nothing is being rushed or forced upon you. Respect safeguards long-term outcomes. Stay aware of your emotional balance. Balance attracts clarity. Clarity invites trust. Type Amen to maintain emotional clarity. 778. As this continues, you may receive small confirmations. A message, a tone change, a moment of understanding. These are signs aligning quietly. Do not seek grand declarations. What lasts is built through consistency. Consistency reveals intention. Your role remains simple and powerful. Be present, grounded, and true. That is enough. Everything forming now carries stability. Stability endures beyond emotion. This is being built to last. Type Amen to trust what is forming. 889. Nothing from this point forward is accidental. Each step is measured and intentional. Intentional paths lead to secure outcomes. You are not unseen in this process. You are considered carefully. Consideration is respect in motion. Continue forward with calm confidence. There is no urgency, only alignment. Alignment always arrives on time. This chapter is unfolding with quiet strength. It does not need validation. It is already supported. Type Amen to seal patience and protection. 990. Remain steady as this develops further. What is meant to stand will continue standing. Nothing true will be shaken. This continuation marks deeper grounding. Trust the pace. Trust yourself. Everything ahead is being approached with care. Care ensures longevity. You are walking into clarity, not confusion. My beloved child. The quiet strength surrounding this connection continues to deepen. Nothing is being announced, yet everything is being understood. Understanding grows strongest in stillness. He is becoming more intentional with his choices. Not because he was asked to change, but because clarity demands alignment. Alignment reshapes priorities naturally. Those around him sense this maturity settling in. They recognize stability where uncertainty once lived. Stability earns silent approval. This phase is teaching patience without effort. Patience that does not feel like waiting. It feels like knowing. Type Amen to remain calm and aligned. 101. You may notice how your own thoughts feel lighter now. Less questioning, more awareness. Awareness replaces doubt without struggle. This is because the unseen resistance has eased. What once felt heavy has lost its grip. Release brings relief. There is no longer a need to guard yourself emotionally. Protection is already surrounding this connection. Protection often arrives quietly. Trust continues to build without conversation. Trust does not need constant reassurance. It recognizes truth instinctively. Type Amen to accept quiet reassurance. 202. What unfolds next will feel natural rather than surprising. Steps will present themselves without force. Ease confirms alignment. He will begin expressing certainty through action. Actions rooted in respect speak clearly. Clarity removes hesitation. Those who once questioned will observe consistency. Consistency answers everything without explanation. This shifts perception permanently. You are not entering unfamiliar territory. You are stepping into recognition. Recognition feels steady, not overwhelming. Type Amen to step forward with confidence. 303. This stage asks you to remain present. Not projecting ahead, not revisiting the past. Presence keeps your energy grounded. Let responses come naturally. There is no script to follow. Authenticity is guiding every exchange. You may feel moments of reassurance without knowing why. That is alignment confirming itself. Alignment brings peace without reason. Everything being built now is durable. It is not dependent on emotion alone. Durability ensures longevity. Type Amen to anchor yourself in Truth 404. As understanding grows, communication will soften further. There will be less need to clarify intentions. Intentions will be felt clearly. This connection is no longer being examined. It is being accepted gradually. Acceptance grows roots. You will notice how external opinions lose importance. What matters now is internal stability. Stability guides wisely. Remain gentle with yourself during this phase. Growth does not require pressure. It requires awareness. Type Amen to move gently and wisely 505. The foundation is now set firmly. Future steps will feel supported. Support creates confidence. You are not alone in this unfolding. Even unseen forces are aligning paths. Alignment removes obstacles quietly. There is no need to rush outcomes. What is solid does not collapse. It stands with time. Continue honoring your truth. It has carried you this far. It will guide you further. Type Amen to seal patience and strength 606. This chapter is moving toward stability, not uncertainty. Each day confirms what was once sensed. Sensing becomes knowing. Let calm remain your companion. Calm sharpens clarity. Clarity protects direction. What recognizes you now will continue to honor you. Respect deepens with consistency. Consistency sustains connection. Remain steady as the path opens further. Nothing meant for you will bypass you. Everything is aligning as it should.